Alrighty, we are doing something very silly today. With all this tournament shenanigans going on, I thought it would be fun to revisit the first ever Symphony of the Night Randomizer Tournament Grand Finals versus myself versus Italic Zealot. This is from 6 years ago? Almost 7? Jesus Christ, man. So if you want to hear me yelling at people for being dumb, oh buddy, oh boy, just you wait. I got a lot to say about this guy and this guy. They're both bad at the game, bro. They're both trash. Oh, man. Bro's cheating. He got a head start. Mods, do something about this. All right. So this is essentially the first iteration of the randomizer. So a lot of the stuff that we all know and love about the randomizer doesn't exist yet. Relics cannot be behind progression item locations. I'm blanking out. It's because I didn't thank YouTube for watching. YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join the live streams over on twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. I'd love to see you in the chat sometime. So yeah, this is the first iteration of the randomizer. I don't even know if we have the guarded checks in yet. That's very possible. So when the randomizer first existed, the only things that were randomized were specifically relic locations. Those were shuffled amongst each other. Item drops were shuffled amongst each other, and item locations on the ground were shuffled amongst each other. I think the pool of items was also completely shuffled. So like you could get item drops as static items, and static items could be item drops, etc., etc. And then the shop items were also shuffled amongst each item type, which is basically how the item shuffler works in the shop to this day. So for example, gold ring, silver ring, spike breaker, holy glasses, all of those things are basically shuffle or not randomized. That's what it is. So those items cannot be randomized. And because those items cannot be randomized, the way the logic works has it so Mist is always in the first castle because you need Mist to grab silver ring. Bat is always in the first castle because you need Bat to get spike breaker. And spike breaker is required for silver ring. I believe at this point we were doing the spike breaker rule, which is essentially you need to have spike breaker in your inventory before you are allowed to grab silver ring, because otherwise there's no reason to go to catacombs with these rules. This was known as the glitchless spike breaker rule set. So we're not allowing glitches, and we are forced to grab spike breaker before grabbing silver ring. Yeah, tournament mode was not a thing. The clock statue moves in and out of position every other minute. The shop item, I believe, cost $500. The relic cost $500 still. So I tried to skip death, did I? No, I didn't. No, I'm just checking my inventory, bro. Yeah, back then, that was the spot where you check for a library card. Oh, that's what you mean. I'm trying to skip death with a library card. So back then, the tech was that you check your inventory here to see if you start with a library card after getting those item checks. Arbitrary rules, my favorite. Yeah, we actually like them. You know all rules are arbitrary, right, Crazy? What statement do you think you're making with that statement? And this is why we love the OG preset, because Soul of Bat right at the beginning, baby. Let's go. God, take me back. Take me back when the randomizer was good. You can already see, like, my execution is not that great. And if you say, streamer, it's still not very good, then, like, fuck you. You don't have to say something so true. I almost went back for the heart refresh, bro. The reason I was thinking about going back for the heart refresh is because I'm looking for a invincibility item, so that way I can... No, because we have to get Spike Breaker anyways. Why did I grab Force of Echo? Dude, I was on the Force of Echo tech back in the day. I think it's because Echo is always guaranteed in the first castle. So my thought is you want to grab Echo, so that way you can do checks in bat form by just using the Force of Echo. Talik fails to wing smash for 40 seconds. Let's go. And we're back. Also, doing the IQ check for a diamond? Who am I? Talik was one of the people that calls it the IQ check, ironically. What? I'm getting fucked by the Axe Knight. Dude, I'm so bad at the game. This is your GOAT? From 6 years ago? This is your GOAT. Dude, the quality of execution in these randomizers has gotten so much better. Bro is charging his Tetra Spirit while standing still. He failed the Tetra Spirit input. Everyone point and laugh. Look how much lag there is. Back in my day, we had lag in our emulator, and we liked it. Why did I grab the life max up? Am I going for an MP refill glitch? What is wrong with me? What the fuck? Dude, this is like watching basketball from like the... Ah! My brows roar. No! Oh, no! Hold on. We love Twitch, folks. Twitch is the greatest VOD platform of all time. So yeah, I go for an MP refill glitch. Why? I don't know. Grabbing Power of Mist is the correct play. Power of Mist saves you MP once you find Mist, and Mist is guaranteed in the first castle. Some of the plays we make are silly, but also back then, there are strategies behind what we're doing. We know Mist is in the first castle. We know Bad is in the first castle. So certain things just work out that because of that. Yeah, so with this in mind, Talik is just playing better than me. By a lot. He is just outmaneuvering me. I am so ass at the game. Dude, the load times are crazy. Dude, fast core is such an insane speed up. It's wild. The amount of time it takes to load a room is crazy. Also, wait a minute. Are we sure that that's me? Now that I think about it? Because I don't know if Talik ever streamed at 30 FPS, because this video feed is 30 FPS. Or sorry, if he ever streamed at 60 FPS. This video feed is 30 FPS and this one's 60. They didn't mess up the names, did they? If either of us had a shield, I'd be able to tell instantly, because the way we shield dash is different. Bro didn't even do the quick grab. He's washed. No, I think this is Talik because he didn't go for a front slide. Because I think I go for a front slide in that exact position. And yeah, and his thing is like, his inventory is messed up. There, I went for a front slide, but I failed it? Hold on, who is who? Why am I going for a health max up? I think that is me, and I'm dumb as shit. Chalk room? I'm using the chalk room? Oh. I didn't want this. I don't even want this to be me. Dude, I'm so ass. We're still doing these item checks. We have so much money, but I guess the shop is just like not a priority right now. So here there is no complexity to speak of. That is one of the things that's important to note. This is before the complexity system. This is just a raw randomized shuffle. So the strategy back in the day was to just try and have the most efficient route to do as many checks as possible. So that way you would have the progression relics when you needed them, basically. Yeah, dude, I'm not gaming. I'm just shocked that my gameplay feed is at 30 FPS and Talik's is at 60. That's the part I don't understand. Because Talik always used to stream at 30 FPS back in the day. So I don't... That's why I'm confused. See, I think randomizer players nowadays go to the library first because they don't want to climb up the shaft and they want to spend their money. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I didn't even pick up the Power of Sire. What's wrong with me, man? Oh, actually, I know what is wrong with me. Back in the day, we didn't use the Power of Sire because we didn't have the flash removal. It was genuinely, like, so awful to play with Power of Sire back then. It's like an epileptic's nightmare. Yeah, no save before All Rocks. I think back in the day, we were all pretty scared of All Rocks with, like, minimal equipment. But yeah, like, Talik's not even doing the correct strategy, which is you have to wait for All Rocks when he teleports. You don't want to chase him immediately because that just causes him to backdash more. Where if you wait, he stands still. I don't think we figured that out yet. Also, I'm going to die to bats, which is very funny. Yeah, put on the armor. I didn't even use the potion. I just put on armor. I think if I got hit by that fireball, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, dude, we're so bad at the game. It's insane. Wow. There's also a random chance that All Rocks explodes for 23 minutes because we didn't have the All Rocks soft lock, quote unquote, fixed. The Scylla soft lock is also a thing that we have to be careful of, which I'll point it out once we get to the caverns. Which also, yeah, Jewel of Open is in every seed, by the way, because of the way that the randomizer works. What causes the boss soft lock? I don't know. I don't remember, at least. Yeah, our MP is very low because we're doing this so early. Yeah, I just realized I have Force of Echo, so I want to pick up Echo of Bat. There's Jewel of Open, yep. What is this tournament? This is the Randomizer Grand Finals from the first ever SotN Randomizer tournament. Back in 2020, so 6 years ago. Yes. Glasses, Spike Breaker, and Rings are always vanilla in this preset. Back then, we didn't call them presets. This was just the randomizer. There was nothing else you could do. Talik didn't even pick up the attack potion. Interesting. See, with this gear, I pick up attack potion for Dracula. Nowadays. We were still trying to figure out, like, what is optimal strategy for damage, for movement, for boss fights. This is, like, the first year of us playing the randomizer. And most of the time, we weren't even playing it, honestly, all that seriously. I didn't pick up the thing either. Yeah, Talik is just playing better than me. Which, honestly, is not that new. I mean, when we did races back in the day, it was pretty 50-50. It took me forever to start throwing the Chakram for some reason against that boss. We're not even doing Maria skip, bro. Cowards. How are Turbodog and Wild Mouse's commentators? I mean, I'm sure they did fine. I don't remember. This was 6 years ago. I'm not listening to the commentary. Because I listen to the commentary, they're just going to talk about how bad I am at the game. So here we get the Keep Warp, because we're doing the full clockwise route. That's wild that we're picking up the checks here in the... Because I feel like we used to never do these. I guess year one, we were doing the attic checks. Because I stopped doing those attic checks I feel like soon after this tournament. I think we realized that the item checks are very slow and most of the time don't save you time. The only reason the item checks are back on the menu is because the current tournament, randomizer tournament, is so heavily skewed towards items. Items are just so insanely powerful and win you the game instantly if you find specific ones. But yeah, picking up Kingstone, my damage is going to be quite a bit better. Talik does miss out on checking Power of Mist. Dude, did you see how long that menu took to disappear? Holy shit, SotN is slow. I make it into the Power of Mist location, and it's Gravity Boots. So Talik getting screwed over by the Flea Riders is exactly what I need to catch up. Holy, man. That's rough. He's using Mist and Power of Mist just to get the Flea Riders out of his goddamn space. Dude, we're so bad at the game. Look at this. We're getting freaking juggled. It's crazy. So yeah, all those shenanigans happening to Talik is enough to put me back in the lead. That feels bad. My eyes hurt? Yeah, because this is terrible. This gameplay is pretty bad from your boy. My execution is really bad. Yo, is that a library card? Oh my god, things don't change, do they? Yeah, nobody gets juggled by Flea Riders anymore. Why am I trying to damage boost past these guys? What the hell is wrong with me? I'm not even looking at Talik's gameplay because it's like... I'm just mad at myself, man. His execution is ass. What am I doing? You have gravity boots! You have gravity boots! Bro really does not want to waste... He's not even doing these item checks. No, he's going back for them? What is wrong with you? Bro is fucking dumb, man. Whoever this guy is a freaking idiot. Talik's not using the gravity boots either. What's going on? What is this? Talik didn't even go back for Girthing. Did we not know? Did we not know about Girthing back in the day? Is this pre-Girthing tech? Because I went for it. I didn't get the Yasasuna. No, you don't get cube because we have a shield. No, actually, no. Cube of Zoe is always worth skipping because we don't fight Doppelganger in this. You could still get the library item, I guess, but yeah. There's no reason to fight Doppelganger because Doppelganger's not a check in this, I'm pretty sure. I think this is pre-guarded OG. I think this is just OG. Damn, my movement looking like Ren right now, and that's saying something. What was that dive bat? It was so slow. Dude, I have so many complaints. I'd like to speak to the manager. Yeah, we're stacked for money. We don't need the stopwatch for anything. Although the stopwatch can sometimes do lag reduction strats in this version of the randomizer, this version of the emulator. Yeah, the library has nothing, really, because all the items that were on sale we already have in our inventory, so... But yeah, we already have Mist. So the fact that we delayed the library by doing this clockwise route is one of the reasons we do the clockwise route, because we want to have Mist by the time we get to the library. So it's one of the reasons to delay. The other reason to delay is it delays going to the caverns as well if you find Jewel of Open until you find Merman Statue, because Merman Statue is one of the few relics that can just ruin your day and bait you into a terrible route. So... Who organized this tournament? I honestly don't remember. It was being ran through NASA Marathon, their Twitch channel. So shout outs to NASA. It's been a long time. I don't remember. Talik's I looked away for a second. Talik's leaving before I am? What happened to my lead? Oh, he hasn't been to the shop yet. I see. So I went to the shop first. He's doing this first. I don't know which one's better. Still to this day, I don't know which route is better. I think you usually do shop first in case you can buy cheap library cards. This is why they delayed Artemis 2. Yeah, this is more important. Let's be real. So yeah, I think I'm just the pendulum swing is now moving in the direction of my movement being slightly better. Ooh, shield rod found. That could be big. I go out of my way for the cross shuriken. Interesting. Yeah, here I'm intentionally cutting my wing smashes so I can do more dive bats. It's more MP efficient. I'll say that that was a damage boost. Copium. Copium, copium. Yeah, here I'm just not as comfortable doing this movement with little MP. This damage boost that I didn't do, that's even the optimal one, bro. You know that one from Glitchless, surely, right? Dude, we're so bad at the freaking game, man. Yeah, and Talik has no MP right now. Yeah, Talik taking damage. Him choosing to use the Yasasuni here is honestly kind of butting him in the ass because it's just an awkward weapon to use. It's very strong, but sometimes the hitbox just doesn't work out. I'm leaving the Tolkis behind! What are you doing? The Tolkis is the best weapon! I should have used the Tolkis in that other seed. I'm still stupid and sticking to Girthang for no reason. What can I say? I just love one girthy thing. Bro, I reviewed the tournament footage today and I'm mad at myself for how I played. It's one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't know, frustrated. Like, why do I have to be the best in this game? I'm so ass. Either way. Talik was able to catch up quite a bit, though. Yeah, I think Talik's movement today is just better than mine. He just had like a couple of oopsies. Why am I keeping the Moonstone on? What do I need the intelligence for? This is a very fast succubus fight, though. Picked up the garnet, but the shop was trash. I had less control over like item discipline back then, for sure. This is like me playing like Swarm, which is I see an item I like, I pick it up without thinking. Some people play like that to this very day. Yeah, we both got this movement on lock, though. This is a classic. The leaving succubus with Leapstone and Bat. So here we save, and I think, yeah, we save split to check Merman statue first. The reason we do this is because it's faster than backtracking, especially with the limited amount of MP that we have. Bro went out of his way to pick up the strength potion. Nice. So this is classic Merman. We're doing this now, even though it's just one random check, because we're trying not to get baited into coming back here later. Merman statue was such a huge deal in the first tournament. Because if you find Merman statue in like second castle, there's always the chance that you have to come back to first castle for a random Vlad. That's like the only bait that kind of exists in this early randomizer format. And it was a Vlad, so what happened? He just got juggled by Fleamen. And he lost a bunch of time. I think his MP might be slightly worse than mine. I'm not sure about that either, though. If you're talking about in general, dude just has a job. And has moved on from Symphony of the Night as a hobby. He messaged me not that long ago to ask about some SotN stuff. But he's doing good. I mean, I'll be honest, if this didn't become my full-time job, I don't know if I'm still streaming SotN. You know what I mean? He streams once a year to play Parasite Eve during Christmas. That's cool. I must have been missing those streams. Yeah, we just dump all of our MP, which I guess makes sense because we're doing the save split strat. And it's like if you use all of your MP to get there and the relic is bunk, you save time. But yeah, back in the day, we didn't skip shit. Relic skips didn't exist back then. Talik didn't save split this? Oh, no. That's bad. Well, that's the power of the save split. Oh, because he's combining it with entrance. I haven't done entrance yet. Never mind. He's doing the double save split. Which makes sense. Where is Dragon Blitz going? He's supposed to go to the caverns. What is he doing? Wait, the Donkey Kong skeleton? Yeah, we didn't know about the bridge break back then, okay? This is ancient times. We didn't have the tech that we have now. Bridge break was like 2022. So we didn't know about this for years. So Talik's route, if we are full clearing, is technically more efficient because I'm going to have to come back to this later. So, we'll see. I did have quite a bit of a lead, though. But, like, with my movement being as shaky as it is, I don't know how much of a lead it really is. The old core kills me. Yerp. No, this is before I had pink hair. I didn't have pink hair at this point in 2020, I don't think. I think it's the same year I first dyed my hair pink, though. But I thought it was later. Because when was this streamed? Let me actually find out. And I broke it. Oh, God. Hold on. So, yeah, we figured it out. This was March 20th, 2020. Or March 2nd, 2020. Is the date of this tournament match. So it looks like I'm quite a bit ahead. But Talik has done Merman Statue already, and I haven't. Or, sorry, he has done Power of Wolf, the castle entrance check, and I haven't. So I'm going to have to come back for that later. We're going to find out real quick what's going on here. So I'm pretty sure we're not doing Grand Floon because Grand Floon cannot be a relic yet. This is before guarded logic. This is just the OG randomizer. So we're doing Spike Breaker. We're doing it blind because we can, even though we have Echo. We go for the item checks because why not, I guess. Yeah, I skipped the gauntlet. I already have good buffs going on with my stats. So you have to grab Spike Breaker. It is in the rule set that Spike Breaker is required before getting Silver Ring. This is because otherwise there's no reason to go to the catacombs whatsoever, and races would be over in like 40 minutes, and we wanted the rando races to last a little bit longer than that. So we go ahead and grab Spike Breaker. It's just how the rules were back in the day. And we need both Gold Ring and Silver Ring to get Holy Glasses. And then second castle is just go Gamba, figure out where the Vlads are. After this race, I'll see if I can show you guys something funny. Because I do think that there is a... If I can find the correct tournament match from this tournament, I think that'd be pretty funny. This tournament also lasted like a really long time, so I don't know how many tournament matches they have on their Twitch channel anymore, if any of them have been like deleted or something, but... No, just remind me to show you guys something after this grand finals, because I have a funny story related to this tournament. So, yep, I warp back to Castle Keep. So, at this point, I have yet to do the extra entrance check. I think back then we weren't sure if going from the entrance warp is faster or if going from caverns is faster. If you have infinite MP, caverns is faster. But I think the idea of doing it from entrance is that you have access to a save split that also can just refill your MP as well. So you'll always have enough MP to get over there. Whereas doing it combined with Merman Statue means that you're using half the MP to get to Merman Statue. The other half is to get to Power Wolf. So Talik combined his. I'm doing mine separate. So we'll see if that ends up mattering or not. But yeah, I'm getting Silver Ring right now. Tournament matches are on YouTube. Gotcha. I'll see if I can find... If you can find round one, me versus somebody. I honestly don't even remember who I had to play round one. It might be manliness. Yeah, I'm checking the map now. I haven't done entrance yet, so I'm probably going to save that for right before second castle, if I had to guess. Yeah, nowadays the math just works out that like you just skip entrance here if you're me. Yeah, because I'm going to the warp room. And I'm warping to do the entrance check now. Meanwhile, Talik does not have to do this check. He's just going to grab glasses and leave. Where I think I am going to save split this probably. So this is where we catch up. And we see who's actually in the lead. So I have more MP doing this than Talik did. So that means I might have just better movement overall to get over there and reset. But I keep dropping wing smashes. Jesus Christ. Talik, on the other hand, also is not 100% optimizing his MP. Yeah, Talik is in the lead, though, because now he's passing me. Because I have to warp back to the room where Talik's in right now. Gambon who wins? No? This isn't like a live race. This has already happened. This is like a historical thing that has happened already. When was this? This was in 2020. March of 2020. So over 6 years ago. Yeah, spoilers. Some people have been winning tournaments longer than some of you have been playing the game. But I don't know anything about Randomizer. I don't know anything. I'm just a silly speedrunner. I don't know anything about Randomizer. People will gamble on anything, even the past, yeah. I will say that my gameplay here is pretty bad compared to what we know nowadays. But the meta was so different. Like, no one did relic skips ever. Like, if you chose to intentionally skip a relic, you were bullied relentlessly. Like, why would you do that? That's so stupid. You're just going to miss out on Vlad relics if you do that, and you're going to lose. Yeah, choosing the library card here makes sense. This is like your last chance to use a library card because the game is completable now. You just go second castle, find the random Vlads, and win. No, there were strats. So the rando wasn't brand new. I think my first randomizer video was from 2019. We can actually figure this out real quick. Just give me 1 second to do some math. So after some quick math, we figured out that the Symphony of the Night randomizer came out around April of 2019. And then this tournament happened in March of 2020. So less than a year this randomizer has been out. So it's very, very early in the development of randomizer, both as like strategies and like figuring things out. The amount of players who were executionally good at the game also was very low. It was like me, Talik, and Rom Scout and Ben Otten were like the top 4 execution players who ever even played the randomizer. Rom Scout didn't even enter the tournament. I think Ben was in the tournament at one point, but I don't know what happened to him. I think he ended up losing because he did a bunch of silly stuff. Like, he was like Wolf Rising and doing weird stuff that like never came up in the randomizer, but he did it for fun. I don't remember. It's been so long, but... Yeah, the randomizer's been out for 7 years now. And this is what it looks like after the first year. So it's mostly us just transitioning like general speedrunning knowledge. We're trying to do like all bosses routes and glitchless routes and trying to like do stuff like that. And we haven't really figured out timings between things. We're also playing on like the PlayStation 1 version with no speed up. It's just the old BizHawk core, which was very slow. So that also changes some things. Like, warps are not as powerful when you don't have fast warp enabled. You don't have like a lot of the quality of life options enabled. So yeah, we're not doing reverse attic checks at this point. We're just going, which makes sense. Do left side, streamer, please do left side. If you don't do left side, you're going to lose. You're behind. You have to make a play, streamer. Yeah, Talik has Yasasuna as well, which I think is just going to be better versus most things here, except for... Oh, don't tell me. Wait. I'm having a sneaking suspicion that the Yasasuna is going to come back. Oh, no. Is this the race where that happens? Oh, don't tell me. I won't spoil it. But Yasasuna is a very good weapon in most scenarios. There's a few where it's not good, is all I will say. I hope it's not this race. I won't spoil it. Just in case. Yeah, Talik is a full check ahead of me in the second castle. His movement's just better. His routing was better as well. His only major mistake was honestly getting knocked around by the Fleamen, but he was able to catch up after that. This is why you don't go right or don't go left side, folks. Imagine going left side. Couldn't be me. Literally could not be me. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm still girthing it up. Talik's using the Yasasuna. He doesn't have a lot of MP. He's going in versus Akmadon here in a second. He's using his Mana Prism here. And he is... I didn't see which weapon he equipped because his menu was a little weird. I think girthing nowadays is considered better, but I think back then Yasasuna was considered better. He is using Yasasuna versus... Oh, no. This is what I was worried about. He doesn't take it off, does he? He takes it off too slow? He doesn't take it off! This is the race where he dies for no fucking reason. Oh my god, dude. This is why we don't use Yasasuna versus fucking Akmadon, man. I forgot this. In my gut, I knew something bad was going to happen. It was like a prefrontal just like a memory washing over me. I don't deserve to win this fucking tournament, man. Because the thing is he opens his menu, but doesn't take off the thing that's giving him negative defense. He just freaks out. And now, he's behind. We don't even know. He's missing Spike Breaker, Silver Ring. He's missing a Vlad relic somewhere. Maybe 2. I don't remember. That's insane. Yeah. And where's the Vlad? It's right here. Dude. Also, imagine going left side here. I stay winning. Even from 20 years ago. Right side, still the best side, man. That's... At least the race is quick. That sucks, man. I believe this is best 2 out of 3. We don't need to see the rest of this, man. Can we just... Let's just watch the boss fight, I guess. I'm using the freaking shield spell. Girthing would have done such a better job, I feel like. Dude. Yeah, because I remember Talik dying to a couple of weird things every once in a while when we would race. That was usually the thing that got him killed, was just like dying to weird shit. Because he played very aggressively. He never liked to open his menu to like equip potions. He never wanted to like save split, or safety save, I should say. So he just constantly would put himself in situations like where he would be in a do or die scenario. And sometimes when you are do or die, sometimes you die. Meanwhile, I'm over here triple beaming Dracula with the Medusi shield. And that's GG's for race number 1. Oh, did we have the clips back then? We did have the clips. Hold on. I do want to watch these old clips. This is reminiscing. I think Talik was the one to put these clips together. So between matches, there would be like little clips from things that happened during the tournament. This is just Ben doing blind bat. Oh, with the mist bat. Yeah, because we weren't doing the mist bat back then. So that was just a little showcase. Serial with the book dive kick. So just showcasing some different tech that was used in the actual tournament. The random Christogram drop for Ben in quarterfinals. That's so funny. Just showcasing a clean fight from Stu. I think, yeah, Talik just wanted to showcase as many, like, clips from the tournament. Just so that way everybody gets a little bit of their flowers, you know? Just a clean fight. That's just how you're supposed to do it. What is this? Coast to coast. What does he mean by this? Oh, just the idea of like having a clean wing smash chain through those rooms. Back then, that was impressive, okay? Yep. This is what I remember Ben doing in his tournament run. This is what I remember. Him doing shit like this. Nobody else was doing shit like this. Oh, the wolf float, yeah. Yeah, we were also doing this shit. Because Succubus was one of those things that you didn't want to have to backtrack for. And I don't have a lot of MP for this, by the way. My MP, if I do a couple of missed wolves the wrong way, I'm in trouble. I don't have leap stone. I don't have gravity boots. I don't got nothing. That's still impressive, honestly. Also, Mouse was playing on an actual PS1. He was the only one. Everybody else was playing on emulator. Just showcasing Fire Shield is insane. Yeah, that's out of logic. What a time capsule. Round 1 Succubus escape. What does he do here? Just clean movement. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Very clean. A couple of extra little positioning things that he probably didn't need to do. You know, that's pretty difficult, making it in the hole like that. That's the best we got back in the day, bro. That's the best we had back in the day. All right, let's watch the actual... Oh, is there more? Oh my god, the classic. No, dude. Oh, it didn't even show the Nova Skeleton kill. Oh, dude, that's... Yeah, a lot of people died in this tournament. Myself included. Yeah, I also got grabbed by Akmadon. Oh yeah, Mash died to fucking Doppelganger at 1 HP. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the ground vertical wing smash, by the way. Yeah, I just get fucking grabbed immediately. But I have enough defense that it's fine. Anyways, enough reminiscing. Race number 2, we're basically tied. Going into another one. It's just, you know, back to back, just race again. We don't even check our inventory. We don't check our equipment. We just go, man. I got hit by the fucking warg, bro. I'm so bad at the game. I'm not used to having to actually fight things, man. At this point, I've just been a speedrunner. I don't even know how to play the video game casually. And I'm playing like a dumbass.
To me. Oh, God. It's fine.
You know?
I'm going to save the game a lot because... Stop!
Thank you very much for the sub, Clo Wizard. Appreciate it. Oh my god, we leveled up at the same time. But I'm still an entire freaking warg behind. Yeah, Talik was just the better player back then. At this particular point in time, Talik was the better player. Generally. Because he should have won race number 1, for sure. He just was a stubborn dumbass for a minute that got him killed. So we get a dynamite and a life apple to start. These guys could drop literally anything. So Heart of Vlad is the first relic. Makes sense. I'm catching up a little bit, actually. It looks like my movement's maybe ever so slightly cleaner when it doesn't come to, like, killing enemies. As long as I don't take damage, my movement's maybe a little bit cleaner. It's still neck and neck. Death skip is not possible unless you start with a library card. Otherwise, you'd have to use a glitch to do it, so. Zircon and leave. Yeah, it's weird that the IQ check was standard back then. Yeah, Vlad's stat boosts do matter. If you find the Tooth of Vlad early, for example, that helps a lot. Yeah, I think you could already tell my jumps in this section are just lower. So I spend less time in the air than Talik, and that's how I was able to catch up. Because when you're spending extra time in the air, you're just slower. Okay, Talik's jumps actually are cleaner than mine right now, and he's starting to catch up. And then mine are cleaner here. Oh, and we're synced up. Yeah, I fuck up the Tetra Spirit. We just didn't know how to do spells fast back then, man. Shit's crazy. So Talik's ahead by a little bit. He got more lag than I did. And I was able to catch up a little bit because of that. This is tight. It's neck and neck. Talik's jumps are better. He gets a level up. I don't. Okay, there's my level up. And we're basically tied, but I get hit by the freaking bloody zombie because I'm bad at the game. Resist stone, I would never. Talik goes for a summon spirit to be safe to not get poisoned. I say, fuck it, we ball. If I get poisoned, I'm just gonna, the poison's gonna heal by the time I'm out here. And it's back to being even, bro. Gotta love these slow load zones. That's the PS1 for you. Talik goes back for a $25 drop. This actually makes sense, because back in the day, you had to buy your relic from the library. And if you didn't have $500, you're fucked. Better start farming money. So getting money drops does matter. We have a Zircon, so that's already 150. Talik has 2 25 drops. Another 25 drop. So Talik with the money advantage. Let's see how these fleetmen treat me. It seems like my movement was just ever so slightly faster there. Because I have like a full room of ahead of him now. Interesting. It is strange to see how we both definitely are lacking in some regards with the movement, how it's standard now. It's very interesting. Because I'm clearly much better than this nowadays. Just like with general movement and like combat and stuff. Like I wouldn't be taking as much damage. Yeah, here also, we kill the Diplos because we don't have a shield to jump off of them. And also there's a strat where if you punch them at the right time, you can get like a quick kill, like I'm doing here. And we thought that the chance of getting rare drops is like worth it. But I think nowadays, you just skip those guys. Yeah, summon spirits to skip past these guys. So this is pretty standard. If you don't find progression in Alchemy Lab or at Spirit Orb, you're basically forced to go all the way to Outer Wall to find your progression. An attack potion is definitely worth picking up before Doppelganger, especially without any weapons. This is a very common part of the randomizer, is just not finding a weapon before a lot of the major bosses. Doppelganger does not let you use spells versus him. He'll just disappear if you try and use spells versus him. He goes Mist Power of Mist mode. So Dynamite is another option. You can throw Dynamite at him and it usually one-shots, but I don't think I use Dynamite here, which I probably should. Talik does not use the Strength Potion. We'll see if that matters. Because he did get a lead by not opening the menu. He's trying to set up the loop. I have the attack potion, though. And I'm screwing up the loop poorly. Talik gets freaking wing smashed. He gets wing smashed again. But yeah, my fight was a lot cleaner because I have to punch him 3 times. Talik has to punch him like 1,000,000 more times after this. His HP is really low. Five HP from the grapes. I guess Talik just doesn't want to die again. He should be able to clutch this out. He has the pineapple. Oh my god. This was the grand finals? Really? No, dude. Are you serious? I'm not watching the rest of this shit, bro. Really? That's... Well, if you wanted to see how much better we are at the randomizer now than we were back then, and that's crazy because Talik was definitely better than me on this day if he just didn't die to dumb shit. Sometimes you die to dumb shit twice and you lose. Talik should have been the first tournament winner. I'm going to say it now. Although we don't know how this race would have went. It happened so early. But he also put himself in scenarios where you would die more often because he was so stubborn. Whereas I was much less stubborn to be like, you know what? I'm just going to use an attack potion. I don't want to deal with this guy. Damn. Well, spoilers. I'm going to give you guys a quick guess. Who do you think got to Dracula first? Probably the guy who didn't die to the first 7 minutes in. Talik made a huge comeback, though. The fact that he's only 1 check behind. I assume the final Vlad was at... Wait, did I? Wait. Pause? I just realized something. Why am I here? But the race isn't over for another 10 minutes. There's no way. Surely, right? Why am I taking so much damage? Hey, streamer, why? Hey, you should stop taking so much damage, streamer. Oh, yeah, that's you have a potion in your inventory. That'll help, right? Yeah, use the potion. 50 HP, that's probably enough, right? Yeah, you'll be fine. Streamer, that doesn't look so good. Yeah, you have turkey. Turkey will heal you up pretty good. Yeah, use the turkey. Streamer, the big balls attack is coming. The one that kills you. Streamer, the balls attack. Streamer, you have mist and power of mist, by the way. Don't worry about it, streamer. You're doing good. Streamer, you have mist and power of mist. You're fine. Don't worry about it. It's probably fine. Streamer, you have such a strong lead. What? You only have 9 HP, streamer. You have a life apple. Did you pick up a familiar card? Maybe. Oh, there you go. 24 HP. That's going to be enough. Cheese? You gotta have some cheese. Streamer, the balls are coming. The balls are coming. You don't need the grape juice. No, dude. Oh, you're fine. Okay. 60 HP, decent amount of MP. You have mist and power of mist. Everything's fine here. It's just the Dracula fight. Like, the Dracula fight is so free, you can't mess this up. GG's and Dragon Blitz will be your tournament winner because he did not die. Talik, on the other hand, he died. So the person who doesn't die is definitely going to be the winner here. It's that easy, folks. That was a little close. Streamer, you're a little close. You're kind of not respecting Dracula's attack patterns that well. Streamer! No, but you're going to win, right? You're going to win? You're going to win? That's not a lot of HP, streamer. 35 is not a whole lot. You have no MP. You don't have enough MP to survive this. Yep. You're telling me in the grand finals, game 1 was decided because Talik died to fucking Akmadon. Game 2, he loses 10 minutes because he dies to fucking dumbass, stupid ass, stinky ass, doppelganger. He's doing left side because he's like, well, I'm behind. I have to do left side. I died, but I have a save in the second castle. At the start of the second castle, I have a save. So I know where the Vlads are. Was it Medusa again? Oh, I know it's not Medusa. Okay. Oh, that's the final Vlad for me, I guess. What Vlad is Talik missing? Where's Eye of Vlad? Hold on. This I need to know. Where the fuck was Eye of Vlad? He must have done some first castle skips or something. Okay, I got Eye of Vlad at some point here. Eye of Vlad is at Holy Glasses and he never went to Holy Glasses. Oh my god, dude. What a fucking... Anyways, I got my second chance. Did I save before Dracula, though? No! Dude, I just lost 8 minutes to dying to Shaft and Dracula. I get back here, and I'm like, nah, it ain't gonna happen again. Oh, and guess what? He was right. That's my GOAT right there. That's crazy, dude. Dude, if Talik found the Eye of Vlad, he would have won this game, even after dying. Oh my god, what a shit show, man. And that's the first randomizer tournament ever made, won by your boy. That's right, the greatest to ever do it. That's why he's the GOAT right there. That's why he's the GOAT. Oh my god, dude. What an awful grand finals. What an awful grand finals. But we're not done yet. I do want to show you guys one last thing while we reminisce on the past. Let me go find it real quick. So yeah, I could not find my round 1 match, but long story short, my round 1, what I remember doing is I did a save split to check creature, specifically because I thought my opponent would do some left side bullshit. That's it. I was basically going to say that I was like ahead of the meta even back in 2020 about left side versus right side, and then I did a crazy left side play and it worked out. And if it wasn't for that, I'd be, the tournament would have been a lot harder. Anyways, it sucks. A lot of the matches are just gone. Like, they're just not, like, some of them are available. We found some of them, but we can't find all of them, sadly. Oh well, that's lost media. GG's. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.